Regret number 101. I regret not believing that people really do show you who they are. They don't always hide it. So pay attention. What you see is not always what you get. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to rationalize, justify, or excuse obvious nasty behavior exhibited toward me by people that I've dated. I've learned the hard way. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time, and not the 5th time or the 10th time. The first time. And leave. Regret number 102. I regret letting him act like my boyfriend, making physical and sexual advances towards me, she said, when I wanted more, and he wasn't going to give me what I wanted. I allowed it because I thought we could be more of a couple than just friends with benefits bullshit. Well, he didn't want more. I kept hearing the same old lines and lies over and over again. I soon became disappointed, used, and heartbroken. With the next one I meet, I'm going to set boundaries and have rules to abide by to keep my heart and my body safe. I won't go through that again. Regret number 103. I allowed myself to be controlled, judged, and criticized every walking minute with this person. She drove me nuts with her demands. Finally, I left. Thank goodness. Regret number 104. I regret staying in a relationship that I knew early on wasn't going to work out. The signs were there, but my heart wasn't. That should have been enough for me to walk. Number 105. Acting timidly and overthinking practically everything when approaching a woman is overkill. We're told to be a gentleman, and it's the bad ones that hurt our reputation when they act on brutal instincts, and then what happens? Sure, he might get the girl, but it's usually short-term and even hurtful. I'm a guy who uses his head and his heart. Sure, I had my fair share of rejection, but I figure maybe it wasn't meant to be. It doesn't discourage me. Besides, I want to get to know the person I spend time with and going into the future. Hopefully, she does too. Regret number 106. I dated someone who was my best friend, and then we took our relationship to the next level with sex and all that jazz. Yeah, everything backfired, and now we don't talk anymore. It's awkward when I'm around her. Sometimes friends are meant to be just friends, and that can be a very good thing. Save those emotions for someone who is more suited to fill that role within an intimate relationship. But keep friends your friends and don't have sex with them. Regret number 107. Not listening to my gut and running for my life when I had the chance was my regret. I was getting married, she said, standing there with my future husband at the altar when this heavy feeling raced through my brain and terrified me. Do not marry this man. I felt obligated, though. My parents had spent a lot of money on the wedding, a lot of time, preparation, friends and family. They all came from great distances. So I said,
I do.
It was the worst mistake of my life. I knew I was doing the wrong thing, and years later, we finally divorced after years of a miserable marriage. Now, I listen to myself in all things, particularly when it will impact the quality of my life. Regret number 108. I regret getting back together with my ex after breaking up with him, she said. It didn't work the second time around for the same reasons. Hurt me once, hurt me twice. Anymore, I'm the idiot. Yeah, gotta learn my lessons. Regret number 109. Allowing myself to be blackmailed emotionally to keep him from leaving me, she said. By ignoring my beliefs of right and wrong, I changed, and not for the better. I barely recognized myself and hated the person I'd become. Leaving was the right decision to save myself. Regret number 110. I regret spending so much time beating myself up about whatever it was that I beat myself up about in my last relationship. What's done is done. What's in the past is in the past, moving farther and farther away from me today in the present and going forward. What's now and coming to me in the near future is opportunity to start anew. And I will, gladly. Regret number 111. I regret staying in a relationship where the guy I was dating, she said, was still getting over his last girlfriend. They would talk, text, and meet periodically. Now, I don't think they had sex, but I questioned where I fit in the picture. I should have left much sooner because I just felt like he was with her, he was with me. Make up your mind. Who are you going to be with? Regret number 112. I stayed in a relationship where we attempted to serve each other, but we got little in return. We existed to take care of our most basic needs, yeah. Do you know who also just exist? You know, that word exist? Prisoners who exist in jail, the sick who exist in hospital beds and mental institutions. That's what I'm getting at. I wanted more for myself. I finally came to my senses and promised myself to find true love worthy of me. I wanted someone to complement my life. As a free person, I was able to accept myself for who I am and feel confident that I would attract an exciting new someone into my life. No more will I be in a relationship and only exist like a prisoner or a hospital patient in a bed waiting to die. I'm going after life, and I want someone in my life who wants the same thing as me. Regret number 113. Giving too much to that special someone can become a problem. When you give too much, you give away your time, your energy, your body, your heart. In the end, you don't always get what you were hoping for in return. You often get taken advantage of. It's easy to get caught in a one-sided relationship, and then what do? If things don't seem to work out, even though you've tried to change things, you might show him or her the door. Regret number 114. I once asked a girl to a school dance. I shocked her with the notion that by asking her to the dance, I also asked her out. Wow, did that backfire. I asked for too much too soon. I lost a great opportunity to get to know a really sweet girl. I will never know if there could have been potential for us because I blew it up front. I'll never get that moment back. To this day, I'm sorry for my behavior. Guys, take things slow, one step at a time. Trust me, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So no rushing things and don't ask for too much too soon. That's too controlling. Nobody wants to be controlled. Regret number 115. I regret believing that an open relationship, even a marriage, was an okay idea. Don't even go there if you're presented with that situation or proposal. It's basically a license for cheating and nothing more. When someone leaves the relationship to go out and have fun and, do all the dirty deeds with someone else, just because it's an open relationship, you risk potential problems. Accidental pregnancies, jealousies, envies. Emotions can run wild. And once you have tasted that delicious flame of passion, you're going to want more. That's why you got to keep that thing contained within just two people in a relationship. Regret number 116. I didn't put enough effort into looking hard enough for someone ideal for me. I settled and I regret it. Now, I'm going out more to meet more people. I owe it to myself to have a more fulfilling personal life, have a good time, and find someone to share those good times with. I'm going to be selective. Regret number 117. My biggest regret is not having children. I blew 20 years of my life in a few good relationships, but never married. For whatever the reason, I just wish I could have had some children.